Good morning, everybody. I hope things are doing all right for you. Okay. Today I'll be discussing about a phenomenon. Something that we have to discuss about it. Because yesterday I went to training, in a private gym, in a private gym where I am, right? Okay, in the city where I am, and with the guy, the owner of the gym there, just by the way, it was a wonderful place to train. It's like a garage right there, private gym, and the type of gym, ready for training. You go there and you feel that you want to force, and you want to strive for something better, and you feel that, right from the start when stepping I stepped into the gym, I felt, welcome, I felt, it was warm right there, and welcoming, of course, and the envy, to give my 200%, and that's what I did. Wonderful. We were discussing about, that person is got about, the same training philosophy than I do, right? We were talking about, the bigorexia. What is it, bigorexia? What it means, bigorexia? It's very simple, very simple, You don't have enough. You never the athletes, who don't get enough. They don't get enough. They are never big enough. The only things they want to think are they kind of obsessed is to get bigger, and bigger, right? Okay, and we stop ourselves. I stopped myself, and just by the way, I'm a therapist, I'm a therapist counselor too, and I used to work, I don't practice anymore, but I used to work, with, the addicts, the addict person, the gamblers and everything, and I had seen in my past, when I was practicing, in that field, the anorexia, a person, she was anorexia, okay, once, okay, so in a treatment center where I used to work, right, okay, but bigorexia, you see here, try to explain you, right, okay, if you don't know what bigorexia is all about, is beyond, it's beyond training, of course they are training, and bigorexia here, we don't talk about, the obesity or obese person, we talk about someone who's building muscle, and he's never big enough. And the example that comes to my mind is clearly, okay, is I'm 260. I'm a little bit. I feel like I could be lighter. And shredder, and I should be around 245, 245, to be in very good shape, in excellent shape, and it's like I would like to be at 280 or 290 pounds, right? Okay. And it wouldn't make any sense for me. But the bigorexia, is very simple. Is they don't have enough. I don't name anybody here, right? But we can always, think right here about the guy who are in training, for Mr. Olympia, and that type of the bodybuilders, who are getting extremely, tremendous, huge, and they don't have enough. Again, it's just like, it's just not like they are never satisfied. And this is the bigorexia symptom, it's hard to describe, I guess, it's really, it's inside of them, the way they feel, exactly like it comes to my mind, another example, a perfect example, a guy, who has been, beaten all his life by his father or whatever, in his childhood, right? Okay, in his childhood, and he wants to become, a policeman, to abuse his authority or his power. Say, I got enough, I'll be a policeman. I'll be a, I'm gonna shit on the people, and everything about it, that's, I think, it could be, comparing, the both example, it's just to give you the picture of it, to give you the picture. It could be a good example, But bigorexia, it's just like, they don't have enough. They never got enough, And recently, you know, I was watching videos, you know, because I'm watching videos too on YouTube, right? Okay, and looking for the female bodybuilder, with all we all know, you know, it's not about this video here. You know, I'm gonna talk about, you know, anabolic steroids and all the drugs they are using and taking, you know, and even, you know, talk about, you know, the stuff and everything, right? Okay, but you know, the woman, you know, over 16 inches and a half bicep arms, right? Okay, and even 19 inches bicep, and they are around, you know, 200 pounds, you know, for a female bodybuilder. And this is all about bigorexia. They don't have enough. It's never enough, you know. They don't have enough beef, right? Okay, and the bigorexia is right here. So in 2016, we're in that moon. So, and bigorexia, by the way, it's, for me, you know, it's really unhealthy. It's really unhealthy. It doesn't mean because you're bigger and you have, you know, bigger muscles, you know, that you're healthier and you're more, you know, in good physical conditioning. You know, it's the opposite. It could be really the opposite. You know, the opposite. If you're too big, you know, and if you're having trouble, you know, to do your daily activities, right? Okay, and even walk or climbing stairs, you know, and moving, you know, and you're not flexible at all. You know? Even if I have seen in the past, you know, guys who were really big and they were still flexible, right? Okay, they were flexible still, right? But yeah, it's in my words, that's what I have to say about bigorexia. They don't have enough. It's never enough, you know. And for me, it's deeper. It's inside of them, right? You know, I just gave you, you know, the example, you know, with a guy, you know, a little boy in his childhood, you know, has been abused or beaten, you know, by his beaten by his father, you know, and he decided, you know, to become a policeman, you know, to abuse his authority, okay, and to spit on the people, you know, in the street. You know, I have the power, I have the law and everything, you know, I got enough shit in my life, you know, and today, you know, I will do more than what the law says, you know, The bigorexia is another, it could be like things that our guy, you know, who's been, you know, he's been abusing in school, you know, when he was in school, right? Okay, high school or elementary school, right? For example, and he's starting, you know, practical, you know, to practice martial art, right? Okay, different martial art, and he's going in a bar, you know, and he wants to fight with people and say, you know, I'm the best, you know, I'm practicing martial art now, you know, and I got enough, you know, and he wants to practice martial art for the bad reasons, you know, you know. It's possible. See, I have seen that, you know, in the past too, you know, But bigorexia, it's something that we have to we need to discuss, you know. And when too much is too much, you know, it's really too much, you know. And it's up to you to decide, you know, if it's too much for you, you know. Only you can decide if it's too much for you, if you're big enough, you know, and if you got enough muscles and everything, you know, and you got enough muscle size, I mean, right? Okay, and it's enough for you. So this is what we talk about, you know, bigorexia symptom, you know. Even like, you know, like I told you before, you know, I just told you, you know, the girl I had in, you know, in treatment center, and she was suffering from anorexia. And so we talk here about bigorexia, you know, beyond training, you know. I guess it's really inside of them, you know, and it's really problematic, you know, He said, yeah, and I want to name a guy, you know, but he's telling everything about his life, you know, on YouTube right now. So, and that guy is suffering from bigorexia. Yeah, you know, he's 47 years old or 47 years old, I guess, okay? I'm 45, must be around, you know, 47 or 48 years old. And that guy, you know, it's never done, he doesn't have enough. And he's well known, he's well famous, you know. He's been a bodybuilder in the past, you know, and he's over 300 pounds today, you know, and he's stating all the shit he's taking, you know, and he's never big enough. And you know what is sad about his story is he has, you know, a lot of fans, you know, hundreds and hundreds and, you know, 1,000 fans, you know, and they do admire him, you know, they do applause him, you know, and they taking picture with that guy, you know, and the guy, you know, he really has, you know, the problem, you know, about bigorexia, you know, is something, you know, it's something that we have to, when we talk about sports, you know, talk about gyms, we talk about, bodybuilding and everything, people who are suffering, that they are never big enough, we talk about, the bigorexia symptoms here. And today, was exactly what I wanted, to tell you and discuss about, bigorexia symptoms. I'm going with the French version now, because if you don't know, I guess it shows by my accent, right? Okay, I'm a French Canadian, I didn't decide it, I was born that way. OK, no kidding. OK, je parle aujourd'hui avec son français de mon vidéo. On parle du phénomène du bigorexia. Bigorexia, c'est quoi ce phénomène-là? Puis ça part de où? Puis pourquoi? Bigorexia, c'est bien simple. C'est le monde, c'est l'athlète qui en a jamais assez. Il est jamais assez gros. Il est jamais assez de grosseur de muscle. Il est jamais assez gros. C'est contraire un peu je peux dire, de l'anorexie, l'anorexie. Moi, j'ai travaillé comme intervenant, comme thérapeute, dans des maisons de réhabilitation, de traitement, OK? Treatment Center, OK? Puis, j'avais vu ça, il y en avait une fille comme ça, qui elle était anorexique, puis elle se fait vomir toute l'équipe, elle mange à peau, puis tout ce que tu voudras. Pas boulimique, anorexique. Fait que là, on parle là, vraiment de bigorexia. Puis hier, j'ai visité un gym, un gymnase privé. C'est privé dans un garage. C'est un gymnase où tu rentres en dedans, puis tu te sens chaleureux. Puis le gars qui a ça, le propriétaire, il a même, on parlait, puis on parle exactement comme moi, c'est friendly au bout de ça. Puis on s'est mis à parler de ça, de bigorexia. Puis il dit, regarde, aujourd'hui, là, je vais en parler de bigorexia. C'est quoi? Des gars qui n'en ont jamais, des gars puis des filles qui n'en ont jamais assez, sont jamais assez gros, sont jamais assez gros. Puis là, j'ai regardé récemment sur YouTube, là, des vidéos là, sur... les femmes culturistes, là, bodybuilders, puis c'est pour aller 16 pouces et demi de bras et plus, ça va jusqu'à 19 pouces de bras, là. Là, puis ça pèse 200 livres, là. OK, puis ils sont jamais, c'est vraiment des monstres, puis c'est des hommes rendus là, OK. Il manquait que, en tout cas, ouais, tu t'as compris, Fait que, tu sais, puis on s'arrête là-dessus, le phénomène du bigorexia. Puis moi, je pense que ça va plus loin que, juste l'entraînement, la scène d'entraînement. Du bigorexia, c'est bigorexia. Un peu comme je disais tantôt l'exemple, que le jeune qui mange des volets par son père toute sa jeunesse, puis qui se fait abuser de lui au bout, puis il dit, moi un jour, je vais rentrer dans la police, puis Chris, je vais faire chier le monde, puis je vais abuser de mon pouvoir là-dessus, puis c'est moi qui ai le power, puis qui va taper sur le monde, Fait que, je sais pas si mon exemple peut être concrètement compris, mais je vois un peu ça comme un exemple que je peux te donner. C'est bigorexia, c'est quelque chose où on est rendu au-delà de l'entraînement. Il y a un gars bien connu, bien célèbre sur Internet, puis je n'aime pas son nom, il y a des centaines de milliers de monde qui la regardent, des centaines de milliers, puis qui l'applaudissent, puis qui l'admirent, ce gars-là. OK, puis il dit carrément tout ce qu'il prend, je n'aime pas son nom, tout ce qu'il prend, là, puis il a 47 ans, le gars, là, puis c'est rendu capoté. Je t'en parlais hier, on le nommait naturellement hier, là, le nom de ce gars-là, c'est ce bodybuilder-là, puis Chris, il est en train de me crever, là. Il est au-dessus de 300 livres, puis il grossit à vue d'œil, à vue d'œil, puis Chris, c'est capoté, là. Lui, ce gars-là, c'est clair qui souffre du symptôme du bigorexia. Il n'est jamais assez gros, jamais assez gros. Puis à un moment donné, il faut que ça s'arrête, Puis c'est ça, comme moi, à 2,60, puis je dis, garde, je suis trop pesant, ben, ça se pèse à 2,45, 2,40, Puis là, ben, écoute, c'est comme si tu n'as jamais assez, je voudrais peser 2,90, Mais c'est ça, le symptôme du bigorexia, c'est jamais assez, Le contraire de l'anorexie, mais par l'entraînement, de jamais être assez gros, jamais n'avoir assez, jamais être satisfait, jamais être content, puis ils en veulent toujours plus, puis ils font tout pour en avoir plus tout le temps aussi, Fait que, à un moment donné, si tu es plus en santé, t'es-tu plus en santé parce que tu es plus gros, tu as plus de muscles, tu es plus fort, tu es plus bulky, mais c'est pas pantoute, là. T'es-tu en meilleure condition physique à cause que t'as plus de sèche et plus pesant sa balance, mais pas pantoute, là. Pas pantoute, même ça peut te nuire à un moment donné, Quand il est rendu que tu es gros, puis que ça te nuit à tes activités quotidiennes, de prendre une marche, monter des escaliers, bouger, attacher des souliers, me jeter en dos, ben là, c'est quoi, là, on est rendu où, puis on s'en va où avec ça, tu sais. Puis aujourd'hui, ben, on parlait tantôt, je parlais justement de Mr. Olympia, puis ces concours-là, les gars, ça, sont tous là-dessus, là, bigorexia, puis il y en a beaucoup là-dedans, puis tout, là, c'est incroyable, là. Moi, je me souviens, là, tu sais, là, là, 20 ans, je disais, les gars vont rentrer sur stage à 300 livres, puis tout ça, puis écoute, ça se dit, on est rendu là, là. On est rendu là, puis c'est jamais assez, là. Puis il n'y a jamais assez de size, il n'y a jamais assez de grosseur, puis tout, là. Fait que c'est ça, bigorexia. On a parlé hier avec un chic type de gym, ok, je suis allé m'entraîner, puis j'ai mis ça sur le tapis, je dis, regarde, on va m'en parler, aujourd'hui, on va faire une vidéo dessus, bigorexia, essayer de dire au monde, mais c'est quoi ce phénomène-là de bigorexia, de jamais être assez gros, jamais avoir assez, puis tout, là, mais ça devient mental, ça devient obsessionnel, mais c'est ça, j'ai oublié de dire, c'est l'obsession de devenir gros, de toujours du corps, de toujours être gros. OK? Mais c'est ça, bigorexia. C'est ça, c'est vraiment ça. OK? OK? The person, in English, the person is obsessed. His obsession, to get bigger. He doesn't have enough. It will never get enough, It's a body obsession to get bigger and bigger, and heavier. Heavier on the scale, right? Okay, heavier and larger muscles on the tape when you tape it with measurement, right? Okay, it's never enough. It will be never enough. Anyway, that's what I had to say about it. I hope things are doing good for you. Okay, and thank you for watching my videos. Okay, and don't be shy to comment. You comment, okay, and write me things and everything, and I would appreciate it. Okay. Merci de m'avoir écouté. Puis ben, si vous aimez mes vidéos, c'est super. Venez-vous pour commenter, puis tout, puis c'est bien parfait. Fait que, dis à la prochaine. See you. Ciao!